What's up my Pungios, Andy Vlogs, doing some more breakdown and analysis here. Today we're going to be talking about the Timewarp 3.0. Man, it is gorgeous. It is astounding what this camera can do. Alright, so I've shot a couple of shots with the Timewarp with the active speed ramp on. There is a little hiccup here. There is some weird menuing that you have to do in order to enable it. You cannot put it on Timewarp Auto, otherwise you can't speed ramp. So you're going to have to select probably 5:1, which is going to be your most hyper smoothing. You can definitely do like one shot every 30 seconds for an awesome time warp for like day-long time lapses. If you do the 5:1, you're going to get the best speed ramp. This is how you do the speed ramp. It has to be done in camera. Alright, so I've got my GoPro Hero9 here. Sorry for the lack of professionalism, but this is the only way I can think I can do this. So basically you go into Timewarp, you go into the settings, okay, you turn on speed ramp. So it doesn't really matter what you choose. You could do speed ramp half or real time. So it's enabled. Granted, you have to have the resolution at 1080p, you can't do it at 4K. But once you start your Timewarp, then you can toggle the speed ramp. See that? Alrighty, so now we're here on location and I'm going to start hiking and then I'll kind of show you what it looks like on the GoPro Hero9 when you toggle it on and off. Okay, I've toggled Timewarp on. Now you can see I push that button right there to toggle the half speed ramp, and then it goes blue and then you toggle it back on. So let's jump into it. Man, boy did that turn out really well. Oh, the speed ramping is so cool. There's a few things that I have to do to tweak, or I need to start it sooner before I like go into my speed ramp, because there were some times when I did the little vegetation too early and too fast. But in my brain I was like, it's half speed, so if I move fast then it'll be like real speed. But I might as well just toggle the real speed on. Maybe if I'm doing like more action shots I can do the half speed and that would speed ramp it better. But all right, moving on to the horizon leveling with the Timewarp. This is much easier to do. All you have to do is set the lens. It's very, very simple. You set it from, you know, auto or wide to linear plus horizon leveling. Once you do that, I just put the Timewarp set to auto, and I'll let the camera kind of do its own thing. And it all depends on how long you run. So if you're going to do a really, really quick, maybe like a 5-minute pass, then it'll bring down the Timewarp. But if you're going to be like driving on your motorcycle for like a half an hour, it's definitely going to crank it up so it looks super smooth. One tip and trick that I recommend for the Timewarp, especially the horizon leveling, is if you're going to put it on your chest with the Chesty, you want to have the pitch of the camera tilted like that. Not like extreme, but if you're using the Chesty, have it pushed all the way against the back of the base. Because I noticed that if you don't, when you're on handlebars, you're leaning forward and your camera is going to be pitched naturally down. So you're just going to be getting like your handlebars or your feet or the ground. And so if you pitch it all the way up and then you lean forward, it's going to give you a nice level horizon. So that's something that I highly recommend. That's what I ended up doing, and well, this is what it looked like. Okay, we're moving on. I found a couple of things to note. That's why it's a new day. I shot some hyper smooth time warp and I didn't do it right. So I'm gonna do it again and see if I can't get hyper smooth time warp to work better. So let's check it out. All right, folks, well, that does it. Thank you so much for liking and checking out this content. Down below, there are some links that'll help support the channel. If you do like this, please share it, please subscribe, and I'll be back for some more. Andy with Andy Vlogs signing out.